So good morning, our UBT group, our accountability group. Welcome, welcome. This is every Tuesday at noon Pacific time. We've almost changed it to Wednesday, but not everyone could come, so we moved it back to Tuesday. If you didn't get the memo, I apologize. Everything's announced in the UBT group. All right, so I want to say that we are going to do something special today called a round robin. I'm calling it a round robin. I just made that up. And we're going to go all tell our stories in 60 seconds or less because we are practicing getting our stories tight. All right. So they are going to be timed. But if I say time, it doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing. Like you can finish your sentence. All right. But the idea is that you want to look at your clock and you want to be able to say, you want to be able to look at your clock and pay attention to how long you're taking so that you can kind of say everything. So give me 1 second. I'm going to put a picture up on the screen. And oops, give me a second. I'm going to put a picture up on the screen that is an acronym for all the different things that a person might experience in a transformation. So here it comes. I'm going to share my screen. And I want everyone to take note of this acronym and start using it, okay? So 1 second, here we go. All right, can y'all see my screen? Someone say yes. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, SWIPed. SWIPed is our acronym for the things that can change. These are things that you can include in your story. All right. Changes in S, sleep or skin. W for weight. Now, some people may have been underweight. You can say, I use this to gain weight. If you're overweight, you could say, I use this to lose weight, or maybe just kept the weight, the perfect weight. Inflammation, pain, energy and emotion. Autumn's in the waiting room. Energy and emotion, or digestion. So energy and emotion, obviously we all have know what it's like to feel more energy with these products, but emotion would be things like, I'm no longer angry with my kids. I'm not so irritable anymore. I'm a better wife, a better husband, a better friend, better parent, all that stuff. Okay. So emotion, you might notice like, oh, wow, I feel like more uplifted. I'm not feeling so depressed or anxious anymore, stuff like that. Okay. So take a screenshot. You can refer this to any time. SWIPed. All right. Yeah. So, we'll play on. Here I come, coming back to you. So keep this in mind while you're sharing your 60-second story. Some of you may not have a story yet because you're new and you haven't even gotten your products. But what I want you to say is, I am looking forward to, like, I'm going to do the transformation because I'm hoping for A, B, C, D, or E. All right. Now, here's the word you must leave out. We are recording this. You can use this as a tool, but you cannot say cure. You cannot say healed. And you cannot say boosted. Are we clear? We are not doctors, but this is nutritional support. All right. So this has been nutritional support for whatever, for whatever it is.
Can you repeat the words, please, Rachel?
You can't say cure, you can't say healed, and you can't say boosted. And technically, you're not even supposed to say inflammation somewhere. I heard that from Dave recently. So I don't know. I don't know how to avoid that one, but I think I think we can't tell people that it will do that, but we can talk about our own story. You can share your own story.
We can say joint pain and stiffness.
What's that?
We can say joint pain and stiffness instead of inflammation.
Okay, there you go. Perfect.
Rachel, hi. I like to say transform your health. I just say transform your health.
Yeah.
I use the term, we are the transformation company, right? Purium is the transformation company.
Yeah.
And I have said, I have personally seen serious health diagnoses transform. I say that.
Mm-hmm. So you can say with this is nutritional support has helps people transform their health. I've heard I hear it all the time. We got to correct this. I hear people always say it heals the gut. It healed my gut. My gut was healed. We can't say that. ever. Get that out of your vocabulary. That's liability stuff, all right? We aren't healing anything. You know what I'm saying? We nudge, know what I mean? Know what I mean? Say no more, say no more.
Can't say it.
I know what you mean. I have to be careful that like nurses are highly aware of that. Gotcha.
Exactly. So Rachel's a nurse, so she knows. Thanks, Rachel. And good morning, Rachel. And good morning. Who else did I not say good morning to? Good morning to Xenia. Good morning to Judith, and good morning to Autumn. And so glad you're all here. And we did welcome Estelle and Jessica to the team. So we're so glad that you're here. All right, now
just while we're on quickly on that topic, can we, when we're talking about the gut, can we say it helps, because I hear people say this all the time. I want to make sure my wording's clear. Can we say it helps restore and repair? Like, does it do that? Okay, so restore and repair the gut biome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's just medical words we can't use.
But restore is allowed.
Yep.
Okay.
You're restoring gut bacteria. That's when you say restoring, what it's restoring is gut bacteria. What it's removing is glyphosate. What it's repairing is the gaps in like leaky gut. It tightens those up, and it grows back. It like makes the villi kind of pop up again, and the villi absorb nutrients. So when telling your story, you're going to tell your story, your before and after story. Okay, and so this is really important to paint the contrast. And Jane's going to be my example for today, because Jane, so here's what we're going to do with our stories, all y'all, so you know where this is going. When you change your profile picture, like Jane just did this morning, this tells your entire network that something happened. When you change your picture, when you change your profile picture, it literally alerts everybody. And now whenever people new come to your page and they're like, what's she about? And they go, well, check out her profile picture. Let me look at her profile pictures. Let me see who she is. They're going to see your story when they look at your first picture. That's the first introduction they're going to have to you. So this is where your content is going to be. All right. So congratulations on Jane. So she was running for consultant last month, almost made it. She came on in the middle of the month. And she's going to get it right away now with this post that she made this morning on the 1st at 7:30 a.m. Very coachable as instructed. She had her story ready. She started off with an impact statement, which was, doing just fine wasn't good enough for me. Now, if you look at this person's picture and you see doing just fine wasn't good enough, you're probably going to go, what is she talking about? You're going to want to read the rest. So you're going to create a title. All right. This is going to be like the newspaper heading, extra, 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 read all about it, right? When I see a heading, a newspaper heading, and it says, Sonoma firestorm, destroys the whole, all of California, I'm like, oh my God, So it's not like, hey, my life is amazing, I'm perfect, because, there's enough perfect people out there to to show off, but people are going to relate to the story of like what you're working on. That's where you're going to meet people. That's where they're going to meet you. That's where they're going to trust. And that's where it's going to be built. So she wrote this whole story, posted it at 7:30 this morning, this story with her picture. And she instantly had somebody within minutes said, okay, I need to know more. I need this. Like, I totally relate to your story. I need help. And then she got a private text message that said, okay, fine, I'm doing it. This was like within the first half hour that all this happened. Okay, so she got 2 prospects from that post immediately. All right, and all of Jilly's team is doing this. They all changed their profile pictures this morning and posted their story. So that is the idea for this, to launch your month, to really launch your month. Now, the story is also going to be great for, this is just, you're working on your story because this is also going to help you with telling it at an event. So let's say we all are going to do a healthy happy hour together. And we're going to have 5 quick stories. And we're going to have 5 people tell stories. That's going to take up 5 minutes if you each do a minute-long story. All right. So we're practicing getting it down to 60 seconds, which is tough. This is no easy thing. But if you were going to bullet point what changed for you, then what would the most significant things be looking at the swiped, right? What are those 5 things? What are those, whatever, however many things have you experienced or are you looking forward to experiencing if you're brand new? So if you're brand new, your first post is what you're anticipating. Your next post is your product, picture of your products. And then your post after that is I'm on day 1. And here's what I'm noticing. I feel like shit because I'm detoxing. All right. It's okay to post that. You want to be real. We're not trying to make a perfect picture for everybody. We're wanting people to see what's real with us. Okay, we're being authentic. This is authentic attraction marketing. Okay. And then day 3, oh my God, I feel amazing. And everyone's like, whoa, she's come back. All right. So we want to spell out the contrast, the before and after. Her contrast, again, Jane's contrast was doing just fine wasn't good enough. I was a tired mom, busy mom, a forgetful mom. I was getting through the days and being with the family, but so tired I was not really feeling present. I felt guilty for not being enough. I wanted to make a change, so I started off February by dropping dairy, alcohol, and sugar. It was easy and was a great start, but the universe works in funny ways. When I decided to make a change, I then heard a friend share her transformation from a struggling, tired mom to a vibrant, energetic mom. I had another friend share that her brain fog lifted and her skin was truly glowing. Guess what she just did? She just inserted 2 other stories. All right. By virtue of telling her stories and telling her, she just happened to tell 2 other mother stories. Okay, now this is 2 exposures. Now this is 3 exposures because we need 7 exposures. I wanted that too. I trusted these women in my life, so I jumped right in. It's my ultimate lifestyle superfood transformation. So she didn't say Purium. She alluded to superfood. She gives you an idea. There's something she's doing. So they'll ask her, what is it that you're doing? I'm on day 20 of 30. And I feel like a new person. It's the best feeling from the inside out. I feel rested for the first time in a long time. I wake up and get out of bed right away. No more daydreaming about staying in bed all day. No more naps and sleeping in while the kids watch TV for the morning on weekends. It feels surreal to enjoy my family so much. I swear my kids are all getting along better too. My daughter slept in my bed the other night. When she woke, she whispered to me, Mom, do you want to be awake with me? Surprisingly, I said, yes. Yes, I do. I thought I would find this feeling at a week-long yoga retreat on a tropical island, but I found it right at home in my very own body. It's truly the best feeling from the inside out. Yay, Jane, good job. That was an epic post. She had 2 prospects immediately jump on, and I don't know, there's probably been more since then, but I'm just saying like, this works, right? Sharing your story is powerful. And so we're going to get really good at that. Now, there's another purpose for these stories, these 6-second stories. We are going to eventually start doing pop connect calls, which is a way, if your upline diamond or crown is super busy or on vacation, you need someone to tell a story to someone. You need to get your person, your prospect, to hear at least some person live, right? So again, I'm going to repeat this idea from one of the last Zooms we did. If a person hears another person, if a person gets connected to a third person, they're way more likely to do the business at some point. It increases the odds by like 80%. I don't know, I'm making up that percentage, but it increases the odds quite a bit. And they're way more likely to stay a long-term customer. By knowing that there's a community, they're way more likely to fall in love with the company, the community, and want to stay on the products forever. And even join the team at some point. It plants seeds. So having a connect call, if you are just signing people up, here's what happened to Skylar. She's a 3-star crown at the company. She's a really good friend of mine, fire dancer. We knew each other way before all this, before Purium. She was stuck at executive for 2 years. Why? Because she wasn't getting anyone on connect call. As soon as she got a person onto a connect call, started doing connect calls, she shot up to crown in less than a year. Because it works. So sometimes it's hard to convey this and you can't know until you actually experience it. But as soon as you get a third person on, as soon as there's another voice on, it's going to change. So pop calls means you get them person onto a call real quick. Hey, Steph, I have this friend I have this friend, text her like, hey, you want to have maybe like 5 people in your little group, like a pod of 5, like, hey, we all do connect calls for each other. They're called pop calls. And you just jump on for 5 minutes and you tell your story. They're like, hey, jump on this call really quick and tell this person your story. Okay. hey, this is my friend Tal. Can't wait for you to meet. And then Tal's going to say something good about you. Tal's going to go, oh yeah, Jane's awesome. That's so epic that, you know, she's supporting you for this health reset. It's going to change your life. Here's what it did for me. And you can pop in, tell your story, and you can say, you know, and that's why I joined the company. I love, you know, this company's amazing. I just can't say good enough things about it. You know, and so you can pop in. So you don't know whether they're a prospect for the health or the business. You can share your whole story, including like, you know, this is why I love what I do. I love supporting people because it's just life changing. And then if they are a business prospect, then Jane's gonna say, thank you, Tal. Thank you so much for your time. I know you're really busy. And before you go, if I could ask you one question, this is a script, everybody. You're gonna say this. Before I let you go, if Jilly wants to do this business, if she decides this is right for her and this is what she wants to do, what would be the best advice you'd give her? And Tal is gonna respond, do it fast. Build momentum, jump in right away and get to that 10-day fast start consultant. That's gonna catapult you. That's what I have to say. And Jane's gonna say, thank you so much, Tal. Appreciate your time. Have a great day. Tal jumps off the phone. So you can do a fire round. Eventually, you're not doing these yet, but eventually you're gonna get to this place where they're called fire round the horn calls, where you get 5 people to jump on and just give testimonials. They're each gonna do 1 minute each. So that's where we're heading with this. Does that make sense? All right. So that way, if you have a busy upline and they're like, oh, I don't have an hour for you. Like Jilly's been doing this with me because I've been really busy the last month, and she's just been like she's like, do you have time for a pop call? And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But it is a tool that's available. So because then that way, if it's not scheduled, I can maybe jump on really quick. Okay. But you want people to hear a story. So we're gonna get good at this today. We're gonna practice. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't get stage fright. I mean, you know, I can't tell you not to get stage fright. If you have stage fright, you have stage fright. But just know that everyone here we're all trying this together. Everyone loves you. We all love you. Everyone here loves everyone here. I can tell because we just do. And we're like that. So you're all in good hands. And so a couple of tips for telling your story, because you're gonna be on screen and recorded. So if you're vertical or horizontal, if you're like this, don't have your head in the middle, have your head at the top of this screen. This is not as powerful as this. And because they can see more of you, especially if you use your hands, all right? So you don't want to be in the bottom of the screen. You want your head in the top of the screen. Anytime you go live on Facebook to tell your story, anytime you're on a Zoom telling your story, just notice that it's called rule of thirds. Your head is in the top third of the frame, okay? I'm not down here, I'm up here, okay? Get up, yeah, that's great. Now, here's a second trick. Face a window for good light. Let me just show you the difference, okay? You're all gonna see my age here in a second. All right, 25, 48. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with lines. There's nothing wrong with aging. I have no issues about aging, but I am 48. And it shows more because you can see my lines when I'm side lit. So I prefer to take 10 years off. Why the heck not? I can, you know? So there I am, facing the light, less shadows, less wrinkles. And all I'm doing is just facing a bright window. I'm not in the window. I'm not in the sun because that blows it out. I'm out of the sun, but I'm facing brightness. You can also face an empty door. Okay. All right. We're going to start looking so good here. We're going to be the best looking team. Okay. Now, and then also if the light's back behind you, then that's going to be bright. So yeah, Tal's turning around. We're going to see what happens. So yes, all of a sudden the world got brighter. You know, my background is not that great. I could take this down. This is my yoga gym. You know, you can always just like think about your background. It's really not that big of a deal. I mean, I got this bright light over here. That's not so great. This is probably better. Okay. All right. Everyone's like, I like that you guys are putting effort into this. We're just trying new things out. And now here's the other thing. Now I've got, if I'm low, okay, wrinkles here. Yeah. I always have this higher than me. Stephanie used to say like, Rachel, you got to lift your screen. That's not why she said that, but it was just like, you know, but it is true too. All right. So it's nice to have the screen high, a little bit higher than you. All right. So this is, and no one knew that this was going to be like photography 101 today. All right, so everyone's ready to go. So we have photo tips. We've got tips on sharing our story. Now, remember the difference between this. If I just say I have a lot of energy now, it's not as powerful as if I say, you know, I was waking up so exhausted in the morning. I slept horribly. I would wake up throughout the night. I slept horribly. And now I have so much energy through the day. I wake up feeling rested and ready to tackle the day. And before I was just wiped. So you want to create that before and after story. Okay. And yes, I will resend people recording. All right. So we're going to get started. It's 12:28. We've got 32 minutes. How many people do we have? We've got 18 people. Okay, so we can have a little bit of room for comments in between. This video will be available. You can use this video to share. I will trim the first part off of the video and create like a YouTube video that's just our stories. Then you can use that and share to people. So we're going to do our best. I'm just gonna say in order so you're kind of ready. But is there anybody who wants to go first? Why don't you? Here's what I'd like you to do. When you're ready, I want you to put your hand up in the screen so that I can just read people as they're ready, because we don't want to lose momentum and stop. We're just going to go from person to person.
How long do we have again?
A minute, 60 seconds. So I want you to get your timer out. You don't need to spend time on, and then this person told me, and then this person told. You can say like I saw a post on Facebook, but like this is not about how you found out about it. This is about what happened to you, right? It doesn't really matter how you found out about it, except that it is duplicatable. If people know, like, oh, I saw someone's post on Facebook. Well, that's going to encourage them when they become a brand partner to know that, oh, well, I just have to post on Facebook, and that's how people are going to hear about this. So you can mention it. You can include in your story even your business and your health story can merge together. We're all a team. We're sharing our story as a team.
I can go first.
Okay, so before you go, Naomi, what I want everyone to do is just like raise their hands in the participants so I can see that Connie's ready to go. Naomi says she can go. Are you trying to find light? Naomi, you don't look quite ready. You got stripes on you. So how do we fix the stripe lighting? Got to get out of the sun, but you can face the sunlight, but you don't want to be in the sun. All right, she's going to work on that. All right, so we're going to start. So Kyle, Connie are ready. Anne is ready. All right, good. Now there's enough people ready. So I want you guys to volunteer as you go. There's at least, okay, everyone's hands up. Okay. I think I'm going to orchestrate this according to like the stories that I know. And since Anne was one of the first people that I enrolled, we're going to start with Anne, and then we're going to move our way around. And I'm going to go Anne, and then Lake, and then Connie, and then Kyle. Okay. All right. So just pop off mute. I'm going to mute myself and just go ahead and start your stories.
Hi, I'm Ann Zuber. About 5 years ago, I remember struggling with my size and my weight. I was an entrepreneur and I had to be a certain size, and sometimes I was and sometimes I wasn't. And sometimes it got really bad. And I never knew what to eat or what not to eat. And my weight was just an issue and food was an issue. And then 5 years ago, when I got really sick, I found out about nourishment and how different it is when you actually live a life nourished. And then all of a sudden, my food issues went away. My issues with struggling with what to eat went away, and the 65 pounds that I was carrying around went away, and the pain and the stiffness went away, and my ability to just focus on my life was given back to me. And for 5 years, I just nourish now, and I don't have to ponder what to eat.
Thank you. Love those superfoods. Feel free to share in your story that you followed a superfood protocol, a superfoods transformation, lifestyle transformation, like mention something about what it is. That was perfectly done, Anne. So I'm just saying, like, because you're going to be posting, you're going to be sharing these stories. So yeah, okay, keep going.
Beautiful. Hello, my name is Lake Frederick. I had this mantra when I was 18 that I didn't want to see past 30 years old. I couldn't imagine living in my body for that long because of my relationship with my body was so poor and so hard. Every day was a struggle to wake up and look in the mirror. I also, I believe that life hands us what we need when we truly need it. It opens doors, or at least the window for us to look through. And that's what happened to me when 2 years ago, March of 2019, is when I found a friend introduced me to a different way to relate with my body and to relate with food, which is exactly what I needed to completely transform myself from the inside out. I took a big leap of faith and went on at the time was a 40-day protocol. And I did 2 of them actually back to back because I couldn't get enough of it. It was like finally my body was getting everything it needed to come online. And I would look in the mirror and not dislike what I saw. I wouldn't pick myself apart. And I started feeling energy come back into my life. And I became a lifer. It became my lifestyle. And since then, I've been able to follow my dream of becoming a yoga teacher, which before the superfoods was just a far off fantasy. Like, no way, who am I in this body to show up in that way? But now I could share with you today that I've gone through my yoga teacher training and I show up in that so fully, and am able to not only nourish myself, but also help others in the ways that I've been helped. And it's completely transformed my life. And now I'm like, okay, how can I live to 100? How can I live to 120? How can I keep this life going? Because it's so rich now. And it's because of this lifestyle. I have to thank for it. Thank you.
Wow, I had tears in my eyes. Thank you so much. That was powerful. So everyone's going to want to interview all of you. This is also the other point of this, is that you're all going to have people to interview. Okay. So as you guys go, like put your handle in the chat, your Instagram handles in the chat, so people can find you, so they can interview you. You can interview them. This one thing I'm just going to address really quick is when we're sharing our stories, a lot of us have done the 40-day transformation, which was what it was for a little bit. It was a 30-day and then it became a 40-day and it went back to 30 days. And it's just easier to do 30 days. So if you're confused, rather than even, rather than even mention the 40-day, just say the superfood transformation. You can just, that way we don't even have to worry about the number. And then when people ask us, I have people asking me all the time, I've heard you say 40-day, I'm so confused. So we'll just say superfoods transformation. And then that way, if it changes to 31 days, no one's in trouble. All right. This is fantastic. Okay, Kyle, you're looking good over there. Like the changes. I think Kyle or Connie was gonna go next. Who's gonna go next? Go for it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Connie, and my story is that I have started my transformation over 6 weeks ago, and it has inspired my mom, who has many health complications, to help her try and make her life better for herself. So she has taken the leap with me, and she's joined in with this new transformation to help her. And we signed her up yesterday, and we had a great conversation. And we also had a great conversation with her doctor. And he is on full board, and he thinks it's great to be adding all the nutrition into her body, and that he expects her to be able to drop her insulin and to just keep her, check her numbers often. And then we'll see in 3 weeks, because she has her kidney lab work that she has to do. And by being on this for at least a couple of weeks, we should see what her numbers have, if they've improved. So she's super excited, and I'm excited too for her.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Hey.
Kyle.
Hey, howdy, how's everybody doing? So I'm Kyle Valentine, and about 2 years ago I was damn near on my deathbed. I was close to kidney failure, I was close to liver failure, I was in adrenal fatigue. Even just a few months ago, I would had the worst insomnia. Falling asleep was almost impossible. And I would toss and turn all night, and I would wake up repeatedly throughout the night. And now, after doing my superfoods transformation, I wake up feeling like someone injected me with coffee 20 minutes before I woke up. And I don't crash after a couple hours of being awake. I don't crash after eating my meals. I used to have food sit like a rock in my stomach after a lifetime of digestive issues. Now I can eat a full meal without passing out and going into a food coma. And it's like I've been given my 16-year-old body back, if not even better. And it feels like it's only up from here. So I feel blessed.
Amazing. Your video's off, unfortunately. We would love to see you, but thank you.
Oh no.
Do you want to just do it? Do you want to tell it again, or do you feel like
I minimized it so I could see my timer, but if you've got one for me, so can I just do that again?
Yes, we'll start again.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second. Let me get myself ready here. All right, and
Hey everybody, I'm Kyle Valentine, and I'm here to talk to you about my superfoods transformation I've been through. About 2 years ago, I was damn near on my deathbed. I was close to kidney failure, close to liver failure. I was in adrenal fatigue. I had no energy. I couldn't regulate heat. My body would be cold under 70 degrees. I'd be in a hoodie. Right now, I'm hanging out in my van. It's 40 degrees out, and I've got a t-shirt on, if that says anything. I slept like crap. I'd toss and turn every night, have a hard time falling asleep, wake up all throughout the night. Now I wake up feeling like somebody injected me with coffee 20 minutes before I woke up, and I go and I go, and I don't crash after breakfast. I don't crash after eating. Food used to sit in my stomach like a rock, and it would just put me in a coma if I ate anything more than snacking like a hummingbird. Now I can eat full meals and go work out. I feel like I've been given my 16-year-old body back, if not better. I think I'm actually feeling better than I did when I was a teenager. So I'm feeling super blessed, and I'm really glad that Purium came into my life.
woohoo! Way to go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna edit these all too. And just one thing to say is that, when you do these videos and you post them you post them on Instagram, when you do your Instagram share, make sure you hashtag it Core4 launch so other people can find your videos and then they can share these videos. All right, who's next? Just jump on. I'm not gonna count anymore. I'm just gonna let everyone just pop on at this point. I think Stephanie, and then I forgot who else, and Rachel.
Hey, I'll go. I'm Stephanie Dawn. 5 years ago, I was a hot mess. I was about 10 years postpartum, and I gained about 50 pounds, and I did not know what to do. I didn't know if I needed a nutritionist or a naturopath or which way to turn. A client of mine who is a doctor reached out to me and shared with me a Superfoods protocol that completely changed my life. I became the woman that I knew was always inside of the body that I'd been carrying, that I'd been walking around with. I lost the 50 pounds. I became more present for everyone in my life. I started to really learn how to nourish my body. I'd always been a self-described organic freak, but really what I needed was more fruits, more vegetables, and I definitely needed superfoods, especially because I am on a mission to become, not only for myself to become superhuman, but to help others to become superhuman. And in order to be superhuman, we need superfoods. So I'm so grateful that I said yes to this protocol and that it continues to offer me opportunities to upgrade, up-level my health every single day. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Powerful. I love that it was recommended to you by a doctor. Who's next? Rachel.
All right, I can go. Yeah. So my name's Rachel. I am a 41-year-old mom of two. And I always kind of suspected that I could get more out of life. I just was not enjoying my life as a mom, as a woman, any of that. So a couple of months ago, a friend introduced me to the Superfood Protocol. I jumped on board, and within, I would say, 2 weeks, I was feeling more energetic. I am I'm not having the mood swings that I used to have. I used to struggle with, depressed mood, and my mood lightened up. I noticed my skin changed. And it just made it so much easier to get up every morning, show up for my kids, show up for myself. And I just love everything that it's brought to my life. So well, under the sorry.
Thanks, Rach. Who's next?
I'll go.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tal Kapoor, and I'll just be straight with you. 4 years ago, I was a closet struggler. I struggled with everything up and down the board. I had not realized that I had put on so much weight since I was a teen. I had quit doing the things that I loved doing. I was turning into a different person. I was a temperamental mother and a not so great wife. And, my digestion was turned upside down. My sleep was struggled. Everything was just a hot mess. And I didn't realize how bad it was until I discovered these superfoods. And everything's changed for me since then. I sleep straight through the night, like deep REM, having dreams again. I'm stronger, fitter, faster, healthier. I don't curse all the time anymore. I'm a great wife and a great mom, and I owe it all to these amazing superfoods.
And you own a gym.
And I own a gym.
Hire a CrossFit trainer. Thank you.
I'll jump in. Hi, I'm Zaya May, and about 4.5 years ago, life as I knew it seemed to be fading away. I was completely exhausted. I went from exercising and teaching Zumba and working out 7 days a week to always needing to nap. My migraines had come back, my sinuses were infected, I had brain fog. I went from singing soprano to alto, and I was literally praying to find something to help me. And I saw my friend Stephanie Dawn's post on Instagram, and I was like, what are you doing? I signed up immediately to get the products. Within 2 days, I started feeling my energy back. I was able to get through hosting Thanksgiving. I did a 10-day cleanse and I felt amazing. And here we are 4.5 years later, and I still feel healthy. And it's the best thing I could have ever done for myself. So Purium is the best.
All right, everyone, you got to start jumping in now because I don't have a tracker, so just jump in.
I'm ready. Okay.
Hi, my name is Tiari. I'm a single mom of a young adult, and I work full time, and I was teaching 3 days a week. By the end of 2020, I had experienced complete burnout. I had chronic lethargy, brain fog, and short-term memory loss, and complete lack of inspiration. And for someone who's a lifelong artist, that was really scary for me. I go on a cleanse every year, and I decided this year I needed something that was more than just a cleanse. I needed something regenerative. And I saw my friend Autumn and her partner go through a massive transformation. So I went ahead and did the same thing. And within 2 days, my brain fog was gone. My memory came back, no more lethargy. I'm back to teaching 3 days a week and working full time. And I'm so inspired to share my story with everyone else who wants to hear it.
Epic. Thank you.
I'm ready. I'm a single mother, vegan, former corporate employee with Coca-Cola. I left the company 4 years after the day after my child was born. Why I left it? Because it didn't align with my ethical values no longer. I studied the all natural beverage industry and food industry, and I knew that I needed a company that aligned with my ethical values. With no income, one person introduced me to the Million Mom movement. With that movement, it has inspired me, and I have found the women that I've been searching for my whole entire life. Women who are educating people to learn and be conscious consumers for not only ourselves, but for our children. I have done a 30-day cleanse, and I am so thankful that I can nourish my family and myself and be the best version of myself.
Hot damn. We're going to put in an applause track for that one. From Coca-Cola to Superfoods, girl. Supporting your family on Superfoods. That's real. Thank you. Tears, people wiping tears. I see that. Jane's like, all right, jump on next, whoever.
Hi, can you guys see me? This is Tal. Okay, so anyway, I started with Purium about 3 years ago under a different downline, and I jumped right in and enjoyed the products. I was about 5 years postpartum, been carrying a lot of weight around, and had an awesome transformation. Started feeling better, and then I got pregnant again, and everything made me sick. I was so nauseous all the time, and I just abandoned everything. I didn't want any more shakes. And then I don't even know how it started, but it was food, you know, we have to live. I'm freaking out. I can't do it. I see the timer, people watching, it's like, oh no.
You keep going. You just take your time. Go ahead. You're practicing.
Okay. Well, anyway, I did buy products about 6 months ago. It's exactly now 6 months because I could join a new team. And so I had the superfood sitting on my shelf in case something goes bad and I don't have access to organic food. So it's been sitting on my shelf, and I had the tablets, the immunos. And just a couple of months ago, I decided, why are those things just sitting there? I need to start taking those again. And as soon as I did, I started feeling better and knew that I wanted to join back with the company. But then I found out my upline had died off, and I needed to make some changes. And so I called my upline, which was Sarah Rylander, and she said she's on sabbatical, and I need to, if I can find somebody else that inspires me, and see if I can join their team. Well, I've been following Stephanie for years. I actually paid to have her as my coach, and now it's actually all aligning again. Like, I feel so inspired. I'm starting to feel better. I am giving myself the nutrients I need, and now I have this beautiful team that I can send people to. And just in the last 2 days, we helped a mama with the very depleted. She's nursing, 6 months postpartum. She's gonna have a radical transformation. And the person we met with today had a heart attack scare and had to go to the hospital. And she said within 4 days, she's feeling better. So I just feel like all this is coming together, and we're helping people. And I'm very, very eager to build this business and share how people can feel better, and, you know, in the process, you know, help myself and my friends and family. It's beautiful.
Estelle, that was perfect. Story. You even got a couple other stories in there too. That's, which is fantastic. You can always include other people's stories too. And in the future, if you're like doing a presentation either on social media or on a Healthy Happier, I would not say anything about moving teams, downlines, or anything like that, because that's network marketing jargon, and people won't understand it, and it'll confuse people. So you can just leave that part out of your story. It's okay. We know that you're here with us, and but just share the story. Whoops.
That's the first time I've ever done that. I've always just been quiet, sitting in the back, and I usually have my camera on. So it's like, that's big for me, but so thank you for listening to me.
Like, are you kidding me? You like green. You have like this total effervescence. You're very magnetic. That story, I want you to share that story on social media. I want to see that live.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you did it perfectly. You did it absolutely perfectly. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you for jumping in like that. It takes a lot of nerve to get up in front of a group of people And look at everyone's loving you up. Look at the comments. Go check out the chats. People just were like commenting like crazy. So
Oh,
check
thank
out
you.
and go bottle up that love.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, thank you. Who's next?
Hello, I'm Magali, and I was living my life at 50%, and I didn't even know it. I didn't realize it. I was tired all the time, some days even drained. I was overfed, undernourished. My skin, like, always had a couple blemishes. I had like an extra 10 pounds that I really could have done without. I was always bloated, even constipated. Um, didn't sleep all that well, but yet always felt tired. And I was addicted to like afternoon snacks. I needed several coffees throughout the day to keep me awake. And suddenly, I had a great friend of mine who introduced me to superfood. They're absolutely amazing. Non-GMO organic live superfood that changed all of this for me. Within maybe 3 days, my cravings were gone, my energy was back. I'd already started losing weight, my skin was glowing. And since then, like, I maintain that every day, because if I don't have it, I actually crave that now instead of sugar and nonsense. Um, I don't do coffee anymore at all, and I don't have any energy issues during the day. Like, after meals, I don't crash. It's just amazing, life changing. I had no time to work on my personal dreams, and now I started working on my first book. I have extra time for researching the things that I'm passionate about, which is sustainability and food, nutrition, clean living, and all kinds of other things. But yeah, life changing, transformative.
Dang, girl. Woo! Thank you. Great story. Everyone's doing a great job in keeping these 2 minutes or less. You guys are doing fantastic. Who's next?
I'll go. Rach?
Yeah, I set the timer. I was just waiting for her to go.
Oh, sorry, my Zoom as it does went out. Sorry. Hi, my name. Okay. Hi, my name is Amy Cassidy.
Wait. Hold on. So that there's a little bit of space before you begin, because for the recording, okay? Because I'm going to edit these. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Amy Cassidy, and I actually had written a whole bunch of things down for this. And then I thought, you know what? No, that's not exactly straight from the heart. So I'm going to speak from the heart. Last year, my sister gave me a gift for my birthday, which was this hair treatment. And I was shocked that the gentleman told me my hair was thinning. And I'd been noticing a lot of menopausal effects that I wasn't enjoying. I was getting thicker. I had not as much energy. And I had a lifestyle where I could spend a lot of time devoted to making myself feel better. But I thought, this is not sustainable. So I went, and then when Jill introduced me to these superfoods, I completely respect Jill and the way she lives her life. So I jumped on board without even thinking about it. I just said yes. And then I can only describe it as saying I went from intellectualizing health and wellness to embodying health and wellness. And all the nuances of my menopausal symptoms have improved with the superfood nutrition. And I just feel like I actually stood in the power of my beliefs, as opposed to they were like 5 steps away from me. I now am embodying what I truly believe is natural health, that we can nourish ourselves from the inside out.
Epic. Thank you. All right, we're going to try to keep these 1 minute. There's only 4 minutes left, and Julie and I have to jump down to the diamond call with Anne. So 4 minutes left. So keep it short. Here we go. Who's next? We're going to get everybody. We're not leaving till everyone's gone.
Next. Okay, I'll pop on.
Xenia said she was going to go next, hon.
Okay, Xenia, you go.
She's faint. Go ahead.
Hi there, my name's Azenia, and I quickly want to share with you my transformation story because it is quite a transformation. About 3 years ago, it was what could be seen as the dark night of the soul, a very low period of my life. I have 3 children, and at this time I was quite depleted and really with no energy left after living overseas and going through a tremendous amount, relationship ending and going through a significant trauma. I was beyond depleted. And one of my spiritual teachers introduced me to this wonderful superfood protocol, and it really was a lifesaver for myself and transformed so many things. For example, I let go of alcohol from my life. I also jumped into a 500-hour yoga teacher training, went into higher education, and was able to really tap into my full potential and be a healthy mother, a happy mom, and an entrepreneur.
Beautiful.
Hi, I'm Jill Dixon, and I was spiraling in the fall. I could feel myself just spiraling. I've struggled with depression and anxiety all my life. I've been on medication. I've been years off of it, but for the first time in 10 years, I was looking at going back on something. I was postpartum, 17 months, felt depleted, overrun. I had no energy. I felt really lost in my own body and my own self. And I had heard about this through my dear friend, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to just say yes to this before I say yes to medication, because I'm still nursing and it seemed like the right thing to do. And I've always been one for health is medicine, food is medicine. So that all aligned with where I was at. And I just could not believe the difference I felt. Within 2 weeks, I went up to my husband and I said, am I crazy? Do you notice anything different about me? And he said, yeah, I mean, your energy is really shifting. And, I went from yelling at my kids nonstop to just from 0 to 10, those poor children. And I asked my son, since mommy started taking the shakes, because that's what he can see, do you notice anything different? And he said, you don't really yell as much anymore. So all very powerful stuff. My anxiety, it felt like my chest just opened and I felt like I could be present again. My body started hurting less. I was sleeping, apart from even my kids waking me up all night, I was sleeping deeper somehow, and I was able to cope with the sleepless nights. So that was one really big thing for me. I'm really grateful to have found the Superfood Protocol and the community of people behind it, because it's not like something you buy off a shelf and you walk away and you're left to your own devices. I've never felt so supported in my life. And as a result, I'm sharing it now and helping others feel the way that I have been truly lucky to feel as well. So.
Thank you, Jilly. Love you. Jessica.
Cool. I wasn't here in the beginning. Sounds like you guys had a formula. I'm going to wing it. Here we go.
All we're doing is just you're introducing yourself and saying, this is recording because this is going to become a tool to use. So you're just recording, you're just introducing yourself and telling your story in 60 seconds. And I have the timer.
Great. Can you start it over? It's at 40 already. Hi, my name is Jessica, a 38-year-old mother of a toddler. And when I turned 30, I started to notice that my health was changing. I'd always been a really active person. A lot of the work that I do is out in the world, hiking, climbing on stuff. But I noticed that I was starting to get a lot more inflammation in my body and some pain. And what that was doing to me was actually manifesting as migraines. And I had really intense migraines build up over a few years, which came to a peak last year with the stress of life and figuring out my nutrition. I knew intuitively that it was something going on with my gut and that there was potentially a nutritional answer to this, but all of the things that I was trying weren't quite taking me to the healing point that I needed or wanted. And then I noticed a girlfriend of mine was sharing some of the superfoods that she was taking. And I went, yes, what is that? I want to know. And so I've been taking this superfood protocol for about 4 months now. Within a week, I had way more energy than I'm used to. My inflammation started to go away. And I can say 4 months later that I have not had a migraine at all. And that to me is mind blowing because I feel like I got my life back. I will be taking these superfoods for the rest of my life. I love them.
Boom, mic drop. All of y'all did amazing. Every single one of you had such a great story. Did I miss anybody? Is there anyone else who hasn't gone? I think I got all of you. Fantastic. Okay, so in the chat, once again, put in your Instagram handle, or actually even better, even easier is in our UBT Facebook group. If you have not applied and you want to be in this pod, this is a weekly commitment at noon, and it's powerful. And we had a ton of new ranks this month, like tons. I had 2 new executives on my team this month. One of them is Bella, and one of them is Lily, and she is super busy, not able to be here during this time. But I just want to congratulate them. And I just want to say that this group is working. Stay close to the fire, we say. If you show up at least at this group every week, you will get something. And you're going to get some really good training. This is accountability group. So I expect everyone to show up regularly and to let me know if you cannot come. Like, it's really important to me that you let me know if you cannot come. People who don't show up will be removed. But this is because it's accountability. I'm like here for you guys. I mean, I'm here to make sure that you all get to the goals that you're getting to. And by bringing, and you always want your new brand partners to be on the Zoom. Like, you want to encourage them to come to the first one. They don't have to apply to get them to the first one. But once they've seen it and they feel the connection of the group, then they're going to want to come. So then you have them do the application process. So anyone who's new, who you're a guest this time and you didn't have to apply to come next week, you're going to want to apply and ask your upline Diamond or me or both of us, send us a group message, and we'll make sure that you know how to apply, or your upline can walk you through it too. But there is an application process which is designed, and just so everyone knows, the application process is designed to help you succeed in business. So the application process is actually your business plan. Okay, so it's really important. I'm trying to find, like, I had all the celebrations and I'm just like, where are they? Give me a second. So I want to congratulate, these are all the consultants. So Tiari, congratulations, hitting consultant. Whoop, whoop. Carrie Matheson, who's Azenia's new person, congratulations. Sapana, congratulations. Under Tal, she hit consultant. Congratulations to Emily Costa, Fast Start consultant. Stellar Love, Ruben Rosas, Donna Jenkins, and Amanda Zahn. Congratulations to all of you for hitting consultant. Directors, congratulations to Naomi for double ranking to director. What? Double ranking. Samantha, congrats on double ranking to Fast Start director. And Connie, congrats on double ranking Fast Start director. A lot of Fast Start directors last month. Executives, Lily Loon and Bella, I already mentioned. And then Diamonds, go Jilly. Congratulations on hitting Diamond this month. So proud of you. And that was a Fast Start Diamond. She did it in 2 months. So all of you are getting, all of you, and Jessica's going Diamond this month, and Tanya's going Diamond this month. Who else is going Diamond? I want you guys to proclaim it. So in the chat, just proclaim your rank this month. What are you going for? What are you doing? And if you're going for Diamond, you got to think of who are 3 people you're going to get to consultant this month. You got to get 3 people to consultant this month. So that is your goal. That is going to get you to Diamond. And then to get to executive, you want to enroll 3 people with a smart order, with a with a brand, with an ultimate lifestyle transformation and a smart order every week. So if you enroll 3 people every week, and and 10 in a month, that is the formula for executive. If you do that, you have executive. Okay. And then if you do that, and then you have team members who are getting to consultant, now you're getting to Diamond. Okay. So there's other ways to get to executive. There's other ways to get to Diamond, but those are examples. So if you want a strategy, if you're like, I need to get to this next rank, I don't know how to do it. get with me and your upline, and we're going to strategize for you. We're going to create a strategy for you. Okay. All right. Lots of love. Thank you. Please post. Use this opportunity to practice telling this story on a live today. Do it in your Instagram stories, right? And then you can save those stories to you can save that story to your highlights. So you can literally record your story and then save it to your highlights, and then have a story that's like my transformation story or whatever you want to call it. All right, so make use of this today. I'm going to edit this and I'm going to make it available. I am going to leave it just like this on YouTube, like just how we recorded it, but I am going to do an edited version that can be a tool that you can use to share stories. So you're welcome. And in our UBT thread, once you have applied, you're in that thread, you can contact each other to create live. So I want you all to go live at least 3 times a week. Interview 3 people this week. Just commit to it. Decide who you're going to interview and go interview them. And then every week until you've gone through everybody, and then start over. There'll be new people in the team by then. All right, lots of love, you all. Take care. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
And Jilly, I'm going to have you end the meeting, and then let's jump over to the diamond call. You, me, and Anne.